Hi, it's Rich Tehrani with TMCnet. We are here for Silicon Valley Editors Day 2016, brought to you by TMCnet. Ron Renwick is with us. He's with Netronome. Ron, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks, Rich. Thanks for having us.
So I thought we started at the top. I know I met your company out in Mobile World Congress about maybe 4 or 5 months ago, something like that. And I wanted to just catch up and see what's new. But before we do that, I wanted to get an overview of your company for those people who may not be familiar.
So Netronome makes intelligent server adapters, off-the-shelf commodity products that offload and accelerate the data path. So for server-based networking, for virtual switching, for virtual routing, you can run all of your protocols on our adapter a lot faster than you would run them if you were just pushing them up to a CPU.
And so that leaves the CPU free to do other tasks.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what we're finding, especially with server-based networking, is virtualization is an amazing thing, SDN is an amazing thing, but there's always attacks. There's always something where you have to run more CPU cycles, you have to do more processing. And especially with like a cloud provider or a telco provider, they want to have more tenants and more applications. So if you're running with a traditional adapter, you're burning probably 12 or more CPU cores for processing the networking. But with Netronome, you can drop that to a single core, and you can save up maybe 11 cores for applications, for more tenants, it makes your server-based networking go faster as well.
And so your solutions are really tailored for the networking side of things, right?
It's absolutely tailored for the networking side of things, target customers being telcos, cloud providers, et cetera.
Fantastic. And I know when I met your company, there were a whole bunch of partnerships that you guys were involved with. I think there was something with Ericsson that was going on, maybe Juniper, if my memory is good. Right. Tell me a little bit about what the companies you're working with and what you're doing with them.
You're spot on. Ericsson, we're working with them. You can even look on our website. We've got some performance papers, information. The reason they're interested in us is literally because they can pack more VNFs onto their servers and basically provide a lot more functionality. Absolutely working with Juniper, the Juniper Contrail virtual router team. Great friends of ours. And then other partners such as Mirantis for OpenStack. Those people are really interested in our solution because of the acceleration and offload benefits that we provide.
So really, I mean, it sounds like when you're going to something like, I guess, virtualized network functions, you are taking the best of off-the-shelf equipment. Well, typically you think of Intel, and then you're kind of augmenting Intel with performance enhancements, which are necessary for the kinds of things you'd need to do inside of a telephone company, right?
Right. To take it back a little bit, so Netronome's been around for about 10 years now. And our history is network flow processors. So we're very, very versed in taking network flows and putting them on our silicon and accelerating them. Our silicon is multi-core, so with our Agilio CX line, you have 96 programmable cores. So a customer can do one of two things. As the standards evolve, so as, let's say, Open vSwitch goes from 2.3 to 2.5 to 2.6, with a traditional adapter, if it comes out and it supports virtual switch offload, it supports that at a point in time. When the next version comes out, OVS 2.5 and 2.6 have stateful firewalling as well. That traditional adapter cannot then process that stateful firewalling. Whereas with the Netronome adapter, because we have software loads and we have a programmable architecture, you can get that OVS 2.5 and 2.6 functionality on your existing adapter. So it's a basic adapter, basic form factor, basic power requirements, but it adds this programmability as well. So you have an offload capability, and you can continuously upgrade the device without having to go in and do a forklift upgrade. I mean, in most data centers, people don't just go in and swap out network adapters. You know, it's part of a server, they order it with the server. With us, you don't even have to do that upgrade. You can upload a new version of software, and you can go from Open vSwitch to virtual router, or you can upgrade and get Linux stateful firewalling. So it's all about this continuous upgrade as standards evolve, and you still get the same performance that you're expecting from a traditional NIC without doing an offload. So you have 25 million packets per second, or you have 25 gigabits of traffic on a 25 gig adapter, and you're not burning CPU cores to get there.
It's fantastic, which makes them free to do other important functions.
It makes them free to do more applications, makes them free to sell more tenant VMs. It is truly a really solid total cost of ownership story.
So you see NFV basically becoming a big driver of growth for your company?
We do see it as a big driver of growth. It consumes a lot of bandwidth. It consumes a lot of CPU cycles. NFV is really important in a cloud environment as well, because we can do firewalling. We can do what's called zero trust security. So we can do connections and rules for each individual virtual machine. So traffic in the history of networking used to go up to a switch and then back down to another server, the traditional north-south. Well, now we have this whole east-west mindset. But east-west isn't just across to another server. It can be within the same server itself. So you're not going out, hitting a firewall, checking packets, coming back in. With east-west on the same server, you're hitting our adapter and then going up. So you can add millions of functional rules. You can track up to 2 million flows concurrently on our adapters. So you have essentially a full performance switch on the adapter itself.
That's fantastic. Really fantastic. So what's next for the company?
Continuous growth. Right now, we're releasing support for OVS 2.5. We'll be releasing support for virtual router. We've just added Linux firewall. We're obviously continuously upgrading our silicon. And so there is going to be new adapters coming out in the second half of next year to augment our product line. And then continuous upgrades. As the community upgrades, both virtual switch and virtual router, we'll be matching those upgrades.
That's great. Did we miss anything?
I don't think we missed anything.
How do people find you?
Netronome.com is the easiest place to find us.
Fantastic. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much.